How you guys doing? It's Andy here with Ultimate iDevice Vids, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 more jailbreak tweaks for 9.3.3 as usual. This week, everything is free. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we have OneHanded. This one's available for free, and this tweak actually unlocks the one-handed keyboard that's been making basically its rounds in the Apple blogs and whatnot, and people have been talking about it. Basically, it's a internal feature that Apple's been testing since iOS 8 for larger iPhones, so the plus-sized iPhones and also just the normal 4.7-inch iPhones. Basically, it makes it easier to type with one hand. So this tweak unlocks that in iOS. So very cool that we're able to do this with a jailbreak. So after you have the tweak installed, you just slide over to the side like this, and as you can see, it'll go ahead and enable the one-handed keyboard. So it'll push the keyboard to one side, and then it's much easier to type on whichever side. And I got to tell you, this is much easier just on a plus-sized iPhone, especially. And over here, of course, because we have that extra space, we have cut, copy, paste, and undo shortcut. So if I go ahead and copy something, you can see we could cut or paste or just copy as well like this, and then paste over here. And of course, we could also just undo, which is really convenient. So if you want to push it back the other way, you just slide like that, and as you can see there, it will undo. And of course, you could push it the other way, like so. And the animation isn't perfect. You can see there it's a little bit weird with the letters there, but I think it's pretty smooth, just for the fact that it is actually an internal feature. And of course, after you install the tweak on your device, just head over to settings, and you want to open up one-handed, and of course make sure the tweak's enabled. And of course, you can just go ahead and enable or disable the tweak in here and select respring. There's also the make permanent option if you want to make a certain setting permanent. So if you toggle this on, then you could go into the default keyboard section here, and then you could have normal, left-handed, or right-handed. So let's say I wanted it to be right-handed all the time. If I have that toggled on, I could select respring, and now I'll show you that it always goes to what I set it to. Okay, so now as you can see here, when I just bring up the keyboard, just like that, it defaults like that. And it's actually not movable if you have that enabled. So I definitely don't recommend that because I just like to enable it on the fly whenever I want to. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off and respring, but really cool tweak. Just being able to unlock a feature that has been, internally tested in iOS and that was just discovered is just incredibly cool. It's actually reality because we were able to jailbreak. So once again, it's free. It's called OneHanded. Go check it out. Next, we have Hortis. This one's available for free, and you probably already noticed this. It provides this bounce effect to iOS whenever you go ahead and open on and close applications like this. Whenever you even open up submenus in iOS, you can see there's this little bounce effect, and it's just kind of a fun little playful thing to add to your device and add some spice to the system. And this is actually originally found in the older tweak called Hook's Law, which has not been updated for a while. So this basically ports that same tweak functionality to iOS 9 and, the modern firmwares. So if you go into settings, you can actually go into Hortis and you can configure various aspects of how the bounce will look. There's stiffness, damping, mass, velocity, animation speed, and there's, you could also exempt certain applications, and there's just some settings to basically just make it work and look the exact way you want. The values here, you could just tinker with them and then see what you like. And you could always just reset it to default by selecting reset settings as well, just like that. But yeah, just a really cool tweak to spice up your device and add a cool effect to it. Next, we have Play Dismiss, and this fixes an annoying issue with playing videos on iOS. So if you're in Safari or any application that utilizes the default media player that looks like this, when you go ahead and start playing something, the controls don't disappear immediately. You actually have to wait for them to disappear, or you actually have to tap in the video to make them disappear. But this tweak will make it happen automatically as soon as you hit play. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. I'm just going to go ahead and select play here. And you can see there it automatically plays the video immediately after I go ahead and tap like that. So that's all something that's annoyed me. I don't see why it automatically stays there if you hit play. And of course, again, if you need it, you could just tap in the middle of the screen like this. So I'm just going to show you one more time. You can see there automatically plays. And it goes ahead and hides the controls and everything like that. No options to configure, and it's free. Next, we have ArtworkUpNext. This tweak makes it much easier to queue songs inside the stock music apps. Let's just go ahead and head over to the music app here, and I'll show you how this works. So after you install the tweak and you're playing a current song and you want to queue up another song, basically this tweak makes it so when you tap on the album artwork of a song, it'll automatically queue that song for you just with that one tap. Normally in iOS, you have to actually tap on these 3 dots and hit play next. It's just much easier with this tweak. So first, let me go ahead and show you inside the queue here that there's nothing, up queued next. You can see there's 0 songs queued. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up this song right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on the album artwork, and you can see there, it automatically does everything for us. It does show the menu for a second, but it's all queued up now. So if I go ahead and show you guys in the menu, in the queue, you can see there, just like that, it's queued. And as you can see here, if I just skip, it'll go to that song. So it makes it much easier just to do that. It's, a very simple, issue that it fixes, but if you're queuing songs constantly, having it just one tap as opposed to two taps could actually save time in the long run. So once again, it's called ArtworkUpNext. It's available for free. Shutter sound switch provides various options that enhance the functionality of your screenshot taking ability and your photos application. So first, let's just start off with the screenshot stuff. So let's just go ahead and jump into settings, and I'll walk you guys through this entire tweak. So I'll just go ahead and head over to the settings for shutter sound switch. And of course, up at the top, the silent shutter sound is the first thing. So basically in the camera application, and when you take a screenshot, that shutter sound is now gone with this tweak. So I'll show you guys inside the camera. You can see here, no shutter sound, and for the burst mode as well, when we tap and hold, no noise. And also for the screenshot here, you'll notice that there is no noise as well. And this brings us to our next feature, which is the menu. So when you go ahead and take a screenshot, you can see here, you now actually have some options. So you could save it to your photo album, or you could share the screenshot, or you could just cancel it if it was an accidental screenshot. So of course, save will just normally save it as you're used to, or you could select share and you get the share sheet option like this to do various things with it. Or of course, again, you could just cancel. So if it's accidental, it's not going to junk up your camera roll. And also, again, if you just want to share a screenshot, you no longer have to save it, to the camera roll. So let's jump back to settings here. And again, that was share mode that we just went over. And there's screenshot flash and hide status bar and save the screenshot in a JPEG format. So if you want a screenshot flash back, you can enable that because that is disabled by default, as you noticed, or as you may have noticed. And then again, we can also hide the status bar. So this is great if you're going to put your screenshot in a blog post or something of that sort and you want it to look clean. So let's go ahead and take a screenshot, and you'll notice that the flash is back. And also, if we just go ahead and save this to the photo album, I'll show you guys in here now that the status bar is hidden. So it goes for a much cleaner look, as you can see, like that. So we'll go ahead and jump back to settings here. And you could also have your screenshots saved to a designated screenshot album. And you could also put the album name here, but by default, it's just going to be called screenshots. And this is straight out of iOS 10. So iOS 10 does have this feature by default. So you could port it back to your older jailbroken device on an older firmware with this tweak. So we just go ahead and take a screenshot here. We'll save it to the photo album. And now I'll show you guys when we jump back to photos. You can see there is now a designated folder for screenshots. So when you have that option on, all your screenshots will be saved to this folder. So it's nice to see that we could get that, on iOS 9. And also, one of the best features about this tweak is the last option here, and that's no recently deleted. So when you're deleting photos inside the Photos application, it's often so frustrating because when you delete them, they go into this recently deleted section. They stay there for 30 days until, then they're automatically deleted. But, if you don't want that to happen and you just want things to automatically be permanently deleted, this tweak will fix that issue. Just beware, because when you install this tweak, it is enabled by default. So if you rely on that to recover photos, certainly make sure you go back to settings directly after you install the tweak and disable this. But I actually like it because generally if I delete something, I'm pretty sure that I want to delete it. So I'll show you here. We'll just go and delete a bunch of these photos here. And we'll go ahead and select delete. And now you can see there, the recently deleted section is still there, but it does not, as you can see there, the photos don't go in there. They just automatically become deleted. So that's definitely a nice touch for the people who want it. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed these tweaks. If you did, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for many more videos pertaining to jailbreak tweaks, iOS devices, iOS software, that kind of thing. Also, make sure to follow the channel on Twitter, like it on Facebook, and also make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll put all those links down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.